guys, it's September 23rd, Friday. We got up here and there's a bunch of people, so we had to kind of come a different way than I normally go. But it's what time is it? 6:30-ish. 6:52. It's 6:52, and we're just trying. It's actually darker than it looks on camera, but we're just trying to get as far back as we can, away from the people. But we haven't heard any bugles yet or anything, so we'll see what happens. So we're standing here on this ridge top, bugling. We look across the ridge, right there, and there's this opening over here on the other side. And we saw just one bull walk across the opening. We didn't even have enough time to get our glasses up or anything, but I'm pretty sure it was a bull. And he's walking down that ridge, and these ridges kind of come together, so we're gonna just move down this ridge pretty quickly. Try to get over there and intercept it. So we just had that bull bugle below us, but he's kind of over on this hillside, so we're going to go up and around, get above him, because the wind's starting to come up now. So we're going to get above him. Maybe cow call, he's not responding to any bugles, but it was definitely a bull. So we just came over this ridge, and there's bulls screaming over it. Oh, we've got one that sounds pretty close, and we know it's real. He's a real growly, you know. So we're just going to go down there and see what happens. We got down off of here. The bulls were bugling on the other side. But it took so long to get through the thick stuff that all of them have kind of shut up and they're being quiet. It's starting to get hot. It's about 10 o'clock. So we're about 4 miles from the truck right now. So we're gonna kind of work our way back. We're gonna do some calling and stuff. Work down this trail. You hear that? Okay. There was a bull that just bugled. So maybe we'll go that way. We're just gonna go with the flow, but we do want to start heading back toward the pickup. If we get the elk, it may not happen. So there's a cow and a spike. We just bumped. We were walking down this old road. And they just went over the hill. Those are the first elk we've seen besides that one that went through that opening early this morning. We just ran into some other hunters that said they just saw a couple cows. But that's pretty much it. Okay, well, right now we're walking down this old road. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we've got a couple miles to go. I think we're on mile 6 or 7 right now. We still got a couple to go. We got back in there a long ways, but the elk just ended up getting quiet right as we were getting into them. And then on the way out, we passed 4 hunters. So, and we still got a couple miles to go. Wouldn't surprise me if we pass even more hunters. There's just a ton of people up here, so I don't know what we're gonna do. It is Monday the 26th, so I got 4 more days. 4 more days to get it done. So gonna be grinding this week. Hopefully I can get into stuff. Hope I'm not finding people like crazy. There's so many people on Friday. Hopefully I can get into something in the next couple days. It's this area I'm hunting has been way tougher than I thought it would be. It's so heavily forested you can't glass, which bugs me. But and then the elk just like not talking this year hardly at all. So hopefully I can find something. So stick with me. Okay, well, kind of a slow morning. I haven't seen any elk. I haven't even heard any bugles. I did glass some deer just a second ago. They were right down here. But yeah, I finally did find a kind of an old burn. But right now I'm glassing it. But just deer, no elk yet. I don't know what I should do. I don't know if I should stay up here and just glass for a little while, or I don't know yet. Okay, so while I was up there glassing, all I saw was some deer. I heard one bugle, but like I'm pretty dang sure it was fake. If it wasn't elk, it sucked at bugling. So yeah, now I'm working my way back down the mountain. I'm kind of just watching as I go from the pickup, doing some truck hunting. But I think I'm gonna go to a totally different spot. I only saw a deer sign. There was no elk sign up here. So I think all the elk are down lower in the thick stuff instead of up here in the where the trees are kind of thin spread and there's a lot of open area. They like being down in the forest and the heavy stuff, so that's where I'm going. Okay, so I'm sitting up here on the road just in my pickup, and I look out on this valley and there's a bunch of elk running across, and the one bull's rutting hard. He's on this cow that's hot. So I just came running over here as fast as I could, and I didn't call nothing. They just ran by me by chance. And he came right through this opening. I shot him at 45 yards. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know where my arrow went. I think it's still stuck in him. I don't think it went all the way through, but he ran down to like 65, 70 yards, and I just threw another one at him. That one definitely missed. It went through some brush and stuff. And then he just kind of trotted over the hill. He looked like he was kind of hurting, but I'm pretty sure he's still bugling, so I don't know what to think. I wish I could find my arrow, but I'm pretty sure it's still stuck in him. So I think I might just chill here for half an hour maybe. And then I'll go start. I hope I can keep on this blood, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm seeing some bubbles and stuff. I think that means I lunged him, which is good. But I don't know. I'm gonna try to walk up the hill and get service. Call my uncle. But hope I can find him. There's not a lot of blood. It's kind of spotty. I'll have like quite a bit and then not very much and then quite a bit. And so I followed it about 60 yards. But I'm gonna leave it right here. I don't know where he is for sure, so I'm not gonna risk bumping him. I was following this blood trail, and it's getting pretty thin, and I just saw a bull stand up, and he walked over the hill. I don't think it was the bull I shot, but it could have been, but I hope not. The blood's getting real thin. It's hard to track. Okay, well, it's almost noon, and I shot that elk at like 7:30, the blood would come and go, and then it got super spotty to where I was like crawling speck to speck, and then it would pick up a little, crawling speck to speck. And I was coming through these real thick quakies, looking at all these little specks, and there's a little bit of blood on the trees, and I come around the corner, and I literally almost tripped on him. But look at this thing. Not bad for a first elk. I mean, I wanted a 6-point so bad, and I freaking got one. I'm so pumped. But now the fun part. How the heck am I gonna get him out of here? I never got service, so I have nobody on their way to help me. So I might just run up the hill and get service. Call somebody. I might have to go clear back to my pickup actually, but I think I'll probably gut him out, then call. So yeah, all right. Now the fun part. Okay, well, I had to walk about 3 miles back to the truck, and I'm actually gonna drive around. And there's a road it's probably not quite a mile away. So I'm gonna. Still haven't got service yet, so I'm gonna drive down the road to where I know I have service, call somebody to come help me, then I'm gonna drive clear around, get a lot closer to that elk. So I'm so worn out. I've done like 6 or 7 miles today, and it's been slow. It's about 1 o'clock. It's like 80 degrees, so I gotta try to hurry and get that thing out of here. Okay, so sorry it's so dark in here, but I'm gonna do kind of a recap of what happened yesterday because I didn't get a lot on video. So right early in the morning, I actually saw a group of elk from my pickup, and they were probably about a mile away, and they were moving pretty fast. So I was able to kind of hustle over there and get in front of them, which is why I didn't get a video, is because I just ran out of my pickup and just ran over there as fast as I could to get in front of them. And so I got over there, and there was the big group of elk was still kind of in this valley, and then there was a big herd bull there, and then there was a kind of a smaller 6-point, and then a couple raghorns. But that smaller 6-point actually ended up pulling a cow, couple cows, but he started chasing one of them that I think was in heat, and they came right up the hill right to me, and the cow came by, and then that bull came by like 30 yards, and I wasn't ready. And then he kind of swung back around the hill, and I got an arrow knocked and went up to the top of the hill, shot him at like between 45 and 50 yards, and then he just kind of like walked around the hill. I shot at him again at about 60, 70, but that arrow missed. And so I gave him about a good hour, kind of looked around for my arrow, never found it. So I just kind of assumed that my arrow was stuck in him. And so I just kind of walked around there, looked for my arrow, didn't find it. So I gave him like a solid hour, started trailing blood. And I would trail blood, and it would be, you'll see this in the video, but it'd be like big spots of blood to where I could like pretty much walk and follow the blood trail, and then it would get real thin to where I had to like get on my hands and knees and crawl and like go from speck to speck, and then it would pick up a little bit, and then it would get thin again, and then pick up a little bit and get thin again. And so I did that for close to a mile, and then I was going through this little grove of trees that it was really thick in there, and I was like down looking for blood speck to speck, and then I lost the blood, and I was like, where the heck did it go? And I look up, and the bull was laying like 4 feet away from me. It was so thick I didn't see him till he was literally that close. But, and you'll see some of this in the video, it'll make sense. But I was so pumped. First elk I've ever shot, and it was with my bow, and it was a 6-point. That's like all the goals I had right there in one day. So yeah, I'm so happy with it. But that bull was actually he was a couple miles away from my pickup, but he was actually just a couple hundred yards off of a road. And so I gutted him and kind of got him in the shade and getting him kind of cooled off. And I walked a couple miles back to my pickup, and I drove around to that other road. And then I ended up having to cut 2 quarters off of him to get him out of that thick grove of trees, just so I could kind of handle him by myself. And then I got him out of there, and then we were able to get him down to the, once I had help there, we were able to get him down to the road, just dragging him down there, and then load him in the back of my pickup. So I had to cut a couple quarters off just to make him lighter, but we didn't have to like really quarter him up and stuff. It was pretty nice, actually. It wasn't bad at all. And so that's kind of what happened. I didn't get a lot on video because it was so hot yesterday that I was like, as soon as I found him, I just went to gutting him and trying to get him to cool off, and then ran back to my pickup, and I was just hurrying as fast as I could because it was like 85 degrees yesterday. So I should have got more on video, but I didn't. But yeah, it was so fun. Yesterday was like the best day ever. It was sweet. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully, I've still got a rifle elk tag, and I've still got deer seasons coming up, and then I've got a cousin that's got a sweet rifle tag that he drew on, and so I've got plenty more to come. So keep watching. Thanks.